We'll probably get alright, looks like which is good to go. Seeing anything happening on YouTube. Sending data to Twitch. My first time using Restream. I don't know if it'll get both. Is I'll be able to witness the stream on YouTube. What I want to know before I get into this. This is my first time doing something like this. With two different outputs, I may even get a second viewer while I'm streaming. It's wonderful. Seen anything on YouTube? I can go to view event. Oh, there it is. Seen anything on YouTube? I can and it automatically isn't muted. Perfect. I shouldn't need to keep any of this up, and now I should just be able to let's just say that I have two streams, and therefore I am the two viewers. I got two viewers on YouTube. Okay, that's all that matters. Alright. My name is Quaz Ra, and I am going to be streaming some ZSpheres. Oh, viewers left as soon as they heard me start talking about that. They could have been listening to me. Anyways, that's not the point. Gonna be edits to my boy Enducrinad. Satisfied with how his wings are going. Starting to stray away with this concept I had last. The wings just kind of diverge from random points on the arm. All that nice. So first we'll get rid of these. Hoping to just finish him up tonight. I was looking at some different, say, wyverns. Have a gentle curve to them, so try. What I want him to be able to do is just cross his arms and basically cause these big old wings he has to just slash through things. How far we get with that idea. Every single piece of media I could possibly look at, the way the wings works just looks weird. Try and rotate. Now the goal is to just create two more that look pretty similar. So that will do. Still feels a little low. Basically what we're gonna do until we get some magnificent wings. Something like that. Going to be a mess because I'm gonna be fighting the 3D view here the entire time. Could be saying to yourself, oh man, that looks pretty inconvenient. Why would you do this way? It's because it doesn't really get any easier in sculpting. Vibrant rings. They're just weird. Oh no. Stop it. Yeah. Then just marvel at how that went all the way down. I have to insert some more points at some point to make these curve a little more gently. Whoa. Not consent to that kind of grabbing. To continually look at it from different angles just so you can keep up with it. Slow down on this, then it's like gonna take forever. Yeah, I think I do want to go with a fourth. As long as it's in this visual nonsense in a way that doesn't like break everything. Yeah, that looks like that doesn't look too bad. Still have the move selected. Now I can't see these parts individually, so if I wanted to rotate him to make him go higher, which they probably gonna be a little bit harder. Gonna involve having to drag him out and then do it. Okay. All I have to do. That bad, honestly. Fine. It's gonna be fine. The adaptive skin tells me this. Not gonna be too broken. I'm not gonna be too broken after doing it. Following adjustment, and then every time I adjust one part of the wing, gotta adjust everything else. It's gonna be fine. Really want to make something that looks nice. Sometimes you just gotta, again and again, and again and again and again. Perfectly fine from one angle, and then the other angle just reveals like a. Compare this to what I was doing before. This version of the sculpt. Yeah, I didn't really much care for that. Body feels like a major improvement there. No, want to adjust the legs at some point. So I feel like this is. Probably fine, probably. Take that small adjustment and come back to it later. Sometimes it's just good to leave one spot alone and be like, hey, you, I see you. Always time to adjust things. Neck is a contentious area to modify. Trying to keep his height similar to this guy, but he still has a lot of room to stance up if he stretches out his legs. Are all similar in height. Not this. Clearly. I may shrink him down a bit. Deformation yet. Spike section that can shoot out. I feel like it's not pointed enough. Sharp. Gotta be faster than this. I have an animation where it just springs out. Making it move. Probably easier. And I'll probably do it in Blender, so I'll actually have commands where I'll be able to just say, hey, move it this many degrees. Oh. Eyeballing it in ZBrush. Doing some investigating, looking at how it looks. Honestly, it looks pretty decent. Feel like it's getting the effect I wanted to do for kind of wing webbing. That's the only part that actually makes me sad that I can't actually give him wing webbing like this. I feel like all the pieces of the wing need to go up, so we gotta find master control terminal. And then pretty much the rest of this is just going to be finding what changes I need to make. Connecting to the finger. Into, say, like the back flesh of it. I don't think is. Still like this part to connect there and give it a. Definitely feel like this should be. And try it and create this effect on all the other wings. I feel like this is a general improvement from the last version, so I'm gonna give this a good old alpha. Forward. This should curve a little bit down. I think I have to do it from the top. From the shoulders. Across his arms. Then as he's doing it, parts would be bending over each other for the top. Right, slight crisscross, and these things would just be jetting out. So what? Try to give it not so pointy. I mean, it needs to be pointy at a certain point. Only at the end. Top-down view, I feel like. If I don't switch modes, I'll accidentally delete. Now, an alternative approach to doing it like this is to just overlay them on top of each other and then make the size adjustments like directly. I feel like be useful if I decide to go that route. Still kind of just eyeballing, trying to. I'm pretty sure at one point I thought to myself, oh, guy is like a needle element, and like, nah, needles aren't an element or attribute. Can't work with that. I gave him his own unique gimmick that allows him to elongate his bones. Oh. To be honest, I may not actually like the direction this is going, but I can always change it. It just takes more time. Might as well see how it looks in the end. I feel like these parts. Of course, then they'll be able to extend even larger with the attacks. Number 1. So that's what it does if you do it to. Keep that in mind for creatures that have bits that'll just be floating off. Probably doesn't matter if they're completely. Being at least the bike's the same length. It's probably the most important part for him. Hit rotate instead of scale. Good old autosave, preventing a random crash from destroying all my progress. Save that as version 9. What? Right. I feel like they would be able to straighten out in certain points, and then these would cheat out. Not, not that far. Part of the arm wouldn't be moving at the same. Something like this. Do a roll. Clap his arms together. Somewhere like this. Spin. On to anime once I get a lot further with this. What I'm feeling. Kind of weird because all of barely tell there's little points in there. I'm thinking, do I want to? I want to commit to making it generally thicker. Like these should all be going by what I have in my head. Feel like the general length is alright, but subdivisions. If I did, I didn't mean to. Right back. Another point of contention is like, how far do I want the wings to go? Potentially go out further. It's hard to tell exactly where they would be. Let's say considerable distance. Scale them up a little bit. General thickness. I'll have what I want. Crazy this gets. Brain's like, I'm liking thicker. nice, I think, feel. I like the idea of making this right there a little bit here, and then the rest of the needle point. And try to get an angle down. 8. So I'm thinking to myself, you know what? I don't think wings just kind of jet off so evenly. Usually they kind of go along different parts of the fold, stretch out, straighten up a bit. I like allowing this needle as far as it can. At some point I just wrap them, basically, maybe a few rectangles around them. Maybe primarily these bits right there. Experimentation. what I feel to be major improvements on the wings. Yeah, I feel like that's a bit crazy. Up a bit and give these room to just jet out. Oh, so I can. I'll probably pick up again on this tomorrow. A lot more time to work on this tomorrow. As long as it did tonight to get to this. Very bad is 9 alpha. Things we still want to go over. Basically, finishing up the wings. Far enough where these stretching out doesn't seem like times his body length shorter, and then giving him his little head dome with his little major improvement over this guy. Floppy with his hands. Save a new version of this. Gotta save the file. A little bit of progress each night. It just makes me happier to have so many new models that I like. Taxables, it's just like perfect. Rehab, experimented with putting a ZSphere model to make an armored. Cascade came out very nice. Probably it. Down on those wings. Tired? Thank you, random viewer. I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for watching, and I will definitely be making a lot more of these and making compilations of the videos I've done before. with scripting. Oh, that'll be so wonderful. I love reading lines rather than just I've been Quasaldura. Have a great evening or time of day wherever you may be.